Bronwen Zilmer is here today, and she is a new friend of ours. Actually, we sort of knew each other. She reminded me. I forgot.
No, it's okay.
Right. When we were at First Baptist in Arlington together years ago, but Bronwen is now at First Baptist Church in Lewisville, where my good friend Stephen Hatfield and his wife Marcy serve. And Bronwen is here because Marilyn Morgan came to see me and Mark and Tiffany and some of us to say, you know, we really need to have some sort of ministry for caregivers and for folks who are experiencing early to mid stage of Alzheimer's, because this is a growing phenomenon in our families and in our lives and in our community, and we have struggled to figure out how to do that, and she was able to do some community research and found out that someone actually knows how to do this. Bronwen has that experience. She and her husband Dan have 2 little girls, and in 2010, her dad died of Alzheimer's, and that created a vocation for you, or an avocation, a significant ministry. And now I'm going to give you this, actually, so you can be heard.
Good.
But you started the Oasis ministry at your church. Tell us what that does and how it works and all of that. And welcome to Wilshire, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, my dad had early onset Alzheimer's, and he passed away at the age of 63 from the disease. And after that, I just felt like it was my calling. I had learned so much from going through that process with him and taking care of him that I wanted to help other families. And I just felt like this was the way to do it. As a caregiver of someone with Alzheimer's, I needed 2 things. I wanted very much for my dad to have meaningful activity, and I wanted for myself a break. And this is where the Oasis came from. And so in February of 2015, I started the Oasis at First Baptist Lewisville. We started with 12 participants and an equal number of volunteers, and we just doubled our size this year. Now we've grown to 24 participants and an equal number of volunteers, and we have 6 on the waiting list. So This is a need in our community.
So this is from what I understand, this is a weekly respite that folks who are suffering from Alzheimer's come, and they have activities here, and the caregiver gets a break for the day. And then you have a support group for caregivers once a month.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Tell us what happens in that weekly and then monthly event.
Okay, great. In our Oasis weekly event, caregivers get to drop their loved ones off at 10 a.m., just as they will do at your program when it starts. It's going to be twice a month, and it is called, I just lost the name. Friday Friends. I'm sorry, I kept thinking Circle of Friends.
That's right. Well, and they have T-shirts already, so but there you go. Okay.
So caregivers will be able to drop their loved ones off for a 4-hour time. The caregivers will get that 4 hours to do whatever they need to do, maybe take a nap, doctor's appointment, run some errands. But more importantly, these participants with Alzheimer's or some form of dementia will get to have a lot of fun. At Oasis, we have discussion, we eat lunch, we have some component of music every week, which is always a hit. We do exercise, crafts, mainly, we just have a really good time, and our volunteers have just as much fun as our participants, and all of our volunteers are just blessed for doing this type of work.
But they need 100 hours of training somewhere. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
How, if someone would like to be part of this, to volunteer, what do they need to know?
Well, one, you don't have to have experience caring for someone with dementia. Of course, many of us in this room probably do have that experience caring for a parent or a grandparent or a spouse, but you do not have to have had that type of experience. We're going to do training on Friday, January 12th, and I'll be here helping with that training. And through partnering with the Alzheimer's Association, we'll tell you all you need to know to work with this special group of people.
Wonderful. Well, this is something that fulfills a long aspiration of our church, but like many ministries, until you have a truly motivated person to coordinate and help get this happen, it's hard to get a ministry off the ground. So we thank you and you for all your help in helping us get started with Friday Friends. And please feel free to tell your friends who have family members who are in early or mid stages of Alzheimer's that this is going to be happening. And please volunteer. And please.
One more thing I want to say.
Yes.
We need male volunteers. So it's very important to have both female but also male volunteers. So all you men who may be retired, have some extra time on your hands, spend two days a month helping this program. And Marilyn and Marty and I will be in, I've already forgotten the name.
The James Gallery.
The James Gallery, yes.
Right.
After the service, and we can answer any questions you might have.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Bronwen.
Thank you.